Do you guys think that Nobby's success has hurt Woodcroft's hireability? Cass, what do you think about that?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think a fair question. You kind of probably doesn't it? Doesn't it have to a little bit?
I mean, you left. He took them to the best record the rest of the season and 1 win away from the Stanley Cup final. That can't look good on the resume.
No. Like I think it absolutely does. Now, I don't think it would impact so strongly that he wouldn't get a job, but that's an interview question you're asking, right? What went wrong? You left and these guys, which is a fair question to say, you're in Edmonton. When you got let go, look at the season they had and the finish they had.
Were you holding them back? Were you holding them back? Right? Like,
were you, or what would you do differently? Like, how should you have addressed that? Like, that's a fair question to ask. So, yeah, I think it absolutely does hurt you, both in the interview process and just overall. So, yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah,
it's got to. You can't. You look at the success of the next guy, and he was kind of in that situation when he took over too, right? He improved the team, so to speak, I think. But yeah, I'd love to hear the answer to that question, Cass. What maybe not what went wrong, but like what would you do differently? I wondered, guys, about Woodcroft. When asked about have you watched the Oilers, and he goes, "No, I don't watch the Oilers anymore." And I just was like, well, why wouldn't you watch the Oilers? There's a little bit of arrogance there that, sometimes a little humility is needed in certain cases. And I just wonder if that has kind of hurt him in any case. Because let's face it, of course he watched the Oilers play. Like he stayed in Edmonton. He knows what's going on. His kids went, like, it would be impossible not to watch time with the Oilers. And why wouldn't you? He said, I'm watching other games in case I get the call. I want to see how other teams are playing and their personnel and how they're implemented. But I mean, the best way to do that is watching Oiler games and how they play against one of the best teams in the league, right? So it's interesting to me. I think if nothing happens, a lot of coaches, they want to keep the as he put a lot of times, that's how he gets his juice is to coach. Get over to Europe and coach for a year, right? Like still be ready to go here. I just what you said, possibly maybe waiting out that first until Thanksgiving, but if nothing happens after Thanksgiving, Dusty, then I would be like, oof. But then I'm starting looking for anything that can happen for me.